Hello and welcome to Sing Study Japanese. This is a series where I break down songs from anime one word at a time to teach Japanese. I work under the assumption that you all are sort of at the beginner intermediate level, so I am going to whiz through some of the more like elementary Japanese things like wa and ga and no and stuff like that. So if you're a total beginner, some of this stuff might be a little fast for you, but I do have a Japanese for Beginners series with a card floating next to my face and in the video description below. So if you need extra help with beginning Japanese, go there. But yeah, let's learn the intricate meanings behind the song Tuxedo Mirage.
Mikazuki no shaare ni hoshi no piasu hazushite.
So Mikazuki no shaare. So Mikazuki is a crescent moon. No, so the no in this case is turning Mikazuki into an adjective. It is a crescent something. And the something is a shaare, which is a borrowed word, gairaigo, and it is actually a German borrowed word, shaare, which is a bowl. I actually looked this up in Japanese Google Images and I saw just a bunch of petri dishes. So I think it's like a glass, shallow glass bowl, the kind that you would either put specimens in or like pretty things. Like in some of the pictures I saw like seashells or pressed flowers and stuff like that. So, Mikazuki no shaare ni, so something's going to go in this Mikazuki no shaare, this crescent glass bowl. Hoshi no piasu. So again, this no with hoshi, it's turning star, hoshi, from a noun kind of into an adjective. It's the star is describing piasu, which is another borrowed word. Piasu, pierce. So pierced earrings, basically, is how you get that. It means earrings. So my star-shaped or my star earrings. Hazushite. Hazusu is a verb which means to remove. So I remove my star-shaped earrings into my crescent moon glass bowl.
Doushiyou, mune ga ippai.
Doushiyou is just an expression that means what'll I do, or oh no. Mune ga. Mune can mean either your chest or it can also mean your heart. And it often, in songs, it'll generally mean your heart. Mune ga, we're just repeating mune ga twice, so you can kind of forget about the first mune ga. It's more a lyrical, poetic thing. So mune ga ippai, this is another cliche phrase. It means my heart is so full. Usually, and this is kind of the same in English, if your heart is full, it means like you're just so overwhelmed with emotion and like maybe it's making you a little like you might cry, but it's like a happy sort of cry. It's like, oh, I'm so full. Oh, you made this surprise party all just for me and everyone's socially distancing and everything. That's a bad example. But anyway, yeah, it's like your heart is so full because you're so happy. And also maybe it makes you cry a little bit. So, oh God, oh no, what shall I do? My heart is just so full.
Hanabi ga hoshi ni natte mo, koi ga yami he kiete mo.
Hanabi is fireworks. Ga, so the fireworks are going to do something. Hoshi ni natte mo, so again, hoshi, stars. So X ni naru is to become X. This is pretty basic Japanese. X ni natte mo is even if it becomes X. So even if the hanabi, fireworks, become stars. Koi, romantic love, ga, yami e kiete mo. So kiete mo is even if, we're doing a lot of this temo forms of verbs, incidentally, in this song, which is the even if this verb happens ... So kiete mo, even if something disappears, because kieru is to disappear, kiete mo, even if it disappears. So koi is the thing that's disappearing. Even if koi disappears, yami e, into, towards the darkness. So even if the fireworks turn into stars, and even if my love, or love in general, romantic love, disappears into the darkness.
Onegai yo, kisu wo yamenai de.
Onegai yo, so onegai you might know means please. Onegai yo is like, I'm begging you, please. Kisu wo yamenai de, so yamenai de comes from yameru, which is to quit or to stop. Yamenai de turns it into a pleading command, please don't stop. And then kisu, it means kiss, that's a borrowed word, but it also kind of is leaning a little more towards like romantic kissing or making out. like when we say kiss in English, it could mean anything. It could just mean a peck on the cheek. It could mean making out. Like it could mean like lots of different kinds of kisses. But in Japanese, if you say kisu, like generally it leans a little bit more towards romantic kissing.
ビロードの香りで盗んでもいい
Biroodo. This is a borrowed word, gairaigo, but it does not sound like English at all. It's velvet. So biroodo no, again, this no is turning biroodo into an adjective, so velvety or velvet. Kaori is a sweet scent, a pleasant scent. So biroodo no kaori de, so by means of, or by way of, that's what that de is, the velvet sweet scent, the sweet scent of velvet. Nusun demo ii, another demo, temo version of a verb. In this case, the verb is nusumu, which is to steal. So I don't care if, that's what that e is at the end, even if I am stolen away by the sweet scent of velvet, e, it's good, it's okay. Or in better English, I don't care, I don't mind if the sweet scent of velvet steals me away.
このハート銀河で出会った恋よ
Kono hato, this heart of mine. Usually if you say kono mune, kono hato, it's like, it means my heart. Ginga de, so in the Milky Way, ginga, deatta koi. So deatta or deau means like to meet somebody kind of for the first time, and it's a fated encounter. That's kind of what deai or deau or deatta means. So deatta koi, this romantic love that was brought together. I met, I found you, this fated encounter, this love, my heart. And this sentence is kind of weird, compositionally speaking. So, deatta koi yo could either be she's singing to or she's addressing the love that she met. That's what the yo could mean. Or the yo could just be this emphatic, like, I met this love, like my heart met this love in the galaxy. Emphasis, exclamation point, yo. Or she's singing to, addressing the love. I'm not actually sure which it is. Maybe in post I will put next to my face what I think it is. In the moment now though, I don't know, it could be either. I think it's left a little open-ended, as song lyrics often are.
夜更けのマント広げれば虹色
And now building up to the chorus, so yofuke no manto. Manto is a cloak, and this is about tuxedo mask. So just imagine tuxedo. Hey, wait, I have a tuxedo mask. Amigurumi, he's out of the frame. But there, my amigurumi, so his manto, woo, his cloak. So yofuke no is at twilight, like just before the dawn or very, very late at night. So your cloak very late at night. Hirogeraba, so hirogeru is to do this, waha, to spread it out wide. So hirogereba, if you spread out, or there's no pronouns, so if the cloak in the wee hours of the morning is spread wide, nijiiro. Nijiiro means rainbow colored, or just it looks like a rainbow, or it is a rainbow, colors of the rainbow. So if you, or if he, no pronouns again, spreads his cloak wide in the late at night, it becomes a rainbow, or it's rainbow colored.
もっと愛してるタキシードミラージュ
Motto motto aishiteru. Aishiteru you might know means just I love you. Motto motto is like more and more. I love you more and more. Tuxedo Mirage, Tuxedo Mirage. So the first half of the song is kind of happy and fanciful. You're going to notice the second half of the song has very, very similar lyrics, but there's little changes here and there that make it sad. So kind of interesting.
花火屋のオルゴールそっとフェイドアウト
So Canaria no orugoru. These are gairaigo again. Canaria is canary. Orugoru is an orgel, a music box. So the canary no music box, the canary music box. So you're using canary to describe the music box. So it's like a canary-shaped music box, maybe. The canary music box, sotto, softly, fade out, fades out. So the singing of the canary music box softly fades out.
どうしよう胸が詰まるの
Doushiyou, what should I do? Munega, again, just like in the first verse, but in this case, the verb is different. So the last time it was mune ga ippai, which isn't really a verb, it's just describing it's full. In this case, it's a verb though, and it's tsumaru, which it kind of means the same thing. Ippai is to be full. And if you say mune ga ippai, it often means, oh, I'm so full, I'm so blessed, like my heart is so full. And it's kind of a good thing. Mune ga tsumaru though, it's more like your heart is like clogged, like you can't breathe, you're choked up. It's more a sad, like my heart is constricted sort of feel to it. I have a lump in my chest, I can't breathe.
涙が星になっても回転木が消えても
And then we have more temo forms of verbs here, but it's different verbs and different nouns. So, namida ga hoshi ni natte mo. The last one was hanabi ga hoshi ni natte mo. Even if the fireworks become stars, this one is namida ga hoshi ni natte mo. Even if the tears or my tears, I would say my tears here, I'm going out on a limb and saying, because this is a sad part of the song. It's like the music box is fading out softly, and now she has a lump in her chest because that sounded like bad. A lump in her throat. It's like she feels like she can't breathe now because the music box is stopping. The dream is ending. And so she's crying. Even if her tears become the stars, kaiten mokuba kiete mo. So kiete mo again, same as the verse 1, even if it disappears, but this time the thing that is disappearing is the kaiten mokuba, which is the carousel. So even if the carousel disappears, I imagine it's like the carousel that's inside of the music box, but it could also just be like, you know, when you're dreaming about romance, like, rainbows and unicorns and clouds and carousels with horses and unicorns going around and dancing. So even if the carousel disappears, Onegai yo, kisu yamenai de, same thing as last time.
ビロードの視線で包まれたいの
And again, this bridge is similar as it was the first time, but some different words here and there. So Biroodo no, again, velvet. Shisen de. So the last time it was Biroodo no kaori de, by the sweet scent of velvet. This time it's Biroodo no shisen de. Shisen is like a gaze, so with a velvety gaze. Tsutsumaretai. So tsutsumu is the verb, to be like completely enveloped, embraced in something, like wrapped up in something. Tsutsumareru would be then the passive version of that, like instead of I'm the one that's embracing or wrapping something up, I am being wrapped up in something. And then tsutsumaretai is like I want to be wrapped up. And the no is the explaining particle at the end. Like I'm explaining to you, I want to be wrapped up in what? Velvety gaze. I want to be wrapped up in, cloaked in your velvety gaze.
このハート銀河で誓った恋よ
And then similar to the first verse, このハート銀河で, that part's the same. My heart, this heart of mine in the galaxy. 誓った恋よ. So instead of 出会ったkoyo, love that I met, I encountered, chikatta koi means like a love romance that we swore or that I swore, that I pledged. So like in the universe, in the galaxy, in the Milky Way, like my heart, I pledged my heart to you, my love, kind of thing. Again, it's left a little bit vague on what exactly is happening in this sentence. It could be two separate thoughts. It could be she could be like addressing her romance, the romance that I swore my heart to. Listen to me, yo. Or it could just be adding an emphatic like, I swore my love to this love in the galaxy.
花びらの嵐抱きしめて優しく
Hanabira no arashi. So this is a mistake I still make from time to time. Like I still have to pause occasionally and be like, okay, which one does this mean? Hanabi is fireworks, which we encountered earlier in the song. And it starts with the same first kanji. Hanabira is something completely different. It is flower petals. And I would just translate that as rose petals since this is Tuxedo Mask we're talking about. So Hanabira no arashi. Arashi is a storm. I would translate that as a flurry of rose petals or something, or a flurry of flower petals, just because the alliteration sounds cool and it just sounds neater. Dakishimete yasashiku. So this is an instance where, like, sometimes in songs they'll flip-flop word order just to make it sound cooler or more poetic. Usually, like, if you were speaking this, you say yasashiku dakishimete. So yasashiku is the adverb, gently. Yasashi is gentle, yasashiku is gently. Dakishimete, so gently embrace. They just flopped that, embrace gently. So this is another thing where it's kind of vague. It's like she's either talking about gently embracing the flurry of rose petals, or she's just kind of describing some things. Flurry of rose petals, gently embracing, or maybe she's gently embracing him as the flower petals go around them. It's unclear. It's a little vague. Zutto zutto kienai de. So zutto is forever, and if you kind of repeat it twice, I like to think of that as forever and ever. Kienai de. So again, kieru, to disappear. Kienai de is please don't disappear. So forever and ever, please do not disappear. In better English, we would express that as please stay with me forever and ever. Tuxedo Mirage. And then you repeat the first chorus, and there you go. That is Tuxedo Mirage. So it's kind of like a happy, sad sort of song. And it's pretty. And it's the only theme song in the entire original series that the cast sings, so I think it's kind of special that way. Well, that was all for this edition of Sing Study Japanese. If you really like Sailor Moon, I have whole playlists where I break down episodes of Sailor Moon like this, one word at a time, and teach Japanese that way. And I also break down other songs on this channel, occasionally one word at a time, not just Sailor Moon songs, so check out the playlist if you're interested. Thank you to all the patrons who make this series and other series on this channel possible, and I'll see you next time. 月の光は愛のメッセージ.